Boom, boom. What up, what up? What's going down? Seeing who's up in here. So we got Saul, SX, or XS. What up, Ronnie? What's going down, my brother Saul? We got Ethan. What's up, Ethan? We got the Birdman. Oi, brother. He must be Australian. Oi, mate. We got Alex. Trent, what up, brother? Yes, sir, MOTOLIFE.
You keep skipping a step and you sound like a squirrel. You sound like a straight squirrel. I'm gonna have to tell everyone I'm gonna have to...
Hold on, go.
No, you did. Hold on for a second.
I didn't skip that.
It was the frequency part. You have to change the
Was
frequency.
it up? Can you guys hear me now? No more squirrely sound? Go check it. All right, well, let's try this again. I don't know why that keeps doing that. So what up?
It's because you keep missing the step.
Mel's trying to blame it on me. It's not me.
It's absolutely on you.
This Mel did it. Mel did it. Well, hopefully I don't sound like a squirrel or a chipmunk again. But what up? Oh my God, what is wrong with this thing? Danny B. Sounds good. Everybody's giving me buffering again.
You're stopped. Like your little guy right here.
Locked up.
Here, let's go turn off the TV.
Yeah, turn it off. Weak. Are we still locked up? Wisconsin. We got Robert. What's up? What up? What up? Well, hopefully, KS is up in the spot. Big Bang, Xiaomi. Weak. Tommy Shea. Hopefully it's working. I don't know why it's been acting up on me. All right, so I already see some questions coming up. That's a good one. I'm gonna save that so when we dive in. So hopefully everything's working. Working now. How's everybody's week been? We had a busy week here, week before Christmas. So you know how that is. Getting ready to go travel to the in-laws tomorrow. But we still had a good week. Let's see. What we got to go hunting. We went hunting one day with my buddy Drayton, and that was fun. Saw probably one of the biggest. Not even one of the biggest. I see a lot of big bucks driving around here in Kansas, out in fields, but I saw the biggest buck that I've seen in the woods when I actually had a chance to shoot it. But unfortunately, it came up behind us, and we were sitting together and we were on the ground, and like 10 does like ran up behind us. And none of us could really turn around. We could tell, we knew they were deer. I thought they were turkeys at first because the way they came in so fast. And then Drayton kind of looked around. There was 3 bucks, like a decent 80, said a small 6, and then this monster. And then by the time I finally got around to kind of get a look at them, this doe started stomping and blowing, and they all ran off. But the buck never got spooked. I was looking at him, watching him, and he actually just turned and walked off. So he didn't really get spooked off, but kind of a bummer. And then we went back out. We kind of hunted till noon, and then we went back out in the afternoon, and we didn't see anything. Chances of seeing that buck in the same day are very slim, but it was worth it. Been packing orders all week. We launched the MOTOLIFE hoodie last week, and it's we've been busy with it, and it's pretty much sold out. Some of the sizes are gone already. Larges are gone. Triple XLs are gone. There's one medium left. And a few XLs. So here's the deal. As far as merch goes, if you want any merch and get it fast, you got to order it tonight or by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning because the warehouse guy, shipper boy, is out of town. So I'm going on my Christmas break. So if you order if you order merch anytime after tomorrow at 7 a.m., it won't get shipped until the 29th when we get back in town. But if you get it in before then, it'll send out tomorrow. Like we're gonna drive to Colorado Springs to Melissa's parents' house, and then we'll drop it off at UPS or USPS, wherever, once we get to Colorado. So orders will go out tomorrow that come in tonight and first thing in the morning. But anything after tomorrow, just know you'll get your orders 2 to 3 days max. If you order anytime in that holiday break, you're gonna have like a 4 to 5 day delay than you normally would on an order. So just letting people know, expect delays if you order during the Christmas break. Trying to think what else. January class for California will be at Lake Elsinore. I'm planning on doing it at Lake Elsinore. It will be available. I'm going to put that. I was trying to get to it today, but our day was crazy today. All the last minute Christmas things and trying to get ready because we're leaving first thing in the morning. So didn't make it on to get to it today. I was going to try to get it up on the site so it was available for tonight. But anyway, it'll be up this week. So anyone's interested, it's on the West Coast, Southern California. If you want to come out to the first California class, it will be January 30th, and it will be available at RonnieFaisstMX.com. Boom, we'll get it up here for you guys. Boom. Sometime this week. And so get signed up. I'm taking 5 guys for 5 hours semi-private class. So that's coming up. And I think that's about it, man. A lot of work going on with Mark's Collective. That's me and my wife Mel's Christian brand, and we've been chipping away at that, trying to get it in house here. So we're super excited. We were thinking we were gonna try to make it by Christmas, and then we realized there was no chance. So it's been nice to just kind of not feel the pressure to try to get everything done and just chipping a little bit away at it each week. But after the New Year's, be on the lookout for all types of new designs at markcollective.design. So we'll give a little Trent a little shout out. Hey, here's another deal, another shout out. Shout out to Husqvarna. Big shout out because I finally got in touch with those guys, and they're going to hook me up with a bike for the California classes. So I'm super pumped. So when I go into California to do the California classes, I'm able to pick up a loaner bike to use for the class, so I don't have to borrow a bike from like Twitch or Deegan or somebody. So I'm really pumped on that they're going to come through on that. So big shout out to Husqvarna, and I will be getting the 2021 Rockstar Edition 450 in January as well. But those Rockstar logos are going to be coming real quick, and we'll be putting the RFMX logos on there. But I'm just pumped to get. The reason I went with the Rockstar Edition is because it comes with the black frame. My bike is white and black with. That's my colorways. You see my getup? That's my colorways. White, black, and a hint of red. That's how I roll. So the blue frame on the standard Husky just doesn't flow with my look. So I had to go with the Rockstar Edition. In my opinion, it comes with better parts anyway. It comes with the FMF pipe. It comes with it's got better hubs, got better triple clamps, and they're blue. So I think it's gonna look kind of sweet. Do the all white like I do it. Do my red plates with the black. And then it'll have the blue hubs with the blue triple clamps. I think it's going to look fire. So I'm excited. New bike, finally. Forever. I had 2004 to get into here. This is Moto Mondays. We call it that because we do it on Monday. And we talk about moto. Every Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Time, we're here talking about riding, training, dirt bike setups, freestyle, anything, life, faith, whatever you want to talk about, man. This is Monday nights to hang out with the Moto family, and that's how we do it. So, and hey, thank you, all you guys. Dude, a lot of you guys are here week after week, week after week, week after week, and I know it is up against Monday Night Football. So, hey, we appreciate you hardcore Moto dudes that are here and rather hang out and talk Moto than watch people throw football around. So, much love on that. But the way we do it is because I guess I skipped over somebody's question last week and they got all fired up. Here's the deal. If you don't put the question marks next to your question, I will scroll by it because I'll just think it's a comment. And I don't do it on purpose. I try to hit everybody's question, but I need to see the question marks so I can see it. Otherwise, I'll just think it's a comment and go right by it. So, if you're new, I know everybody knows that's here week after week, but for the new people, that's how we do it. So, I can kind of pick out from. I can't divorce my wife. Here, I'm putting it up there. First question. I told you I won't skip nobody. Can you please divorce Mel and marry me? Can't do it. I got covenant. I'm in covenant with my wife, and we don't break covenant. Ride in South Jersey. sand pits as a teen. I grew up in the South Jersey sand pits my whole life, and I rode there. That's all I rode. That was my option. I had one right up the street from my house, Hickory Street Pit. Actually, I had two in my neighborhood. Hickory Street Pit was my main one, and then there was Pine Street Pit. So I rode both of those. I rode Hickory the most, but because Pine wasn't that good. But then there was a couple other ones. We had the one we called the Expressway Pit. You had to ride down the side of the Lansing Expressway to get to it, so we had that one. But where else did I go a lot? The one that is in Egg Harbor Township now, it's the Richards bought it, I believe, and they built a 6 Supercross track there. I grew up riding that before it looked the way it looks now. And then we rode a lot at John Schneider's pit down, where was that, Feist? What was this town called? Petersburg, New Jersey, I believe. It was just south of me. I grew up in Mays Landing, so just south of me. And then I had some friends that lived up, Joel Dangler and those guys, Jerry Sipe. They had pits up north, so I was a little more south than those guys. So Manahawkin, exit 63, it's the Turnpike, right? The New Jersey Turnpike? Yeah, exit 63. So I grew up right there. Dude, if you're from Jersey, you grew up in the sand pits, because that's all it's around there. So I was there every day. The rule was I had to be in and home by dark. Streetlights came in. So big fights to tell you, I got my homework done before I even was home from school, because as soon as I got home from school, boom, I was on a dirt bike and I rode till dark every night. That was my program, and I loved it, and it was fun. Jersey had some sweet places to ride, and they still do. I really want to be me and Big Fights' thing, and just a riding trip. I haven't been back there to ride for years, so really miss it. All right, so let's get Jesse up here. He says, hey, bro, really enjoyed the picture of you and Mel yesterday by the Christmas tree. Right on, brother. That was at our church. Me and Mel figured it was, hey, it's Christmas trees up. It's Christmas time. It's always good to get a nice little family shot by the Christmas tree at church, so we threw that one up. We need to take more pictures. Me and Mel realize we do so much. We're never, me and Mel are together all the time, like seriously. But we don't take a lot of pictures. We're like, we need to take more pictures. So busting one out yesterday. Got it up for you guys. Oh, here's my homie. I don't want to jack your name up. Swam, right? Swam Family Racing. That's my buddy. I met him out at the track a couple weeks ago, and we were laughing about how I butchered his name the first time he was on here. Well, what up, dude? I hope I'm saying it right, because now, Mel will tell you, I can't remember nothing. I've been forgetting things, many things to do this week. Maybe you answered this before, but how did you end up in Kansas? Well, originally, so we ended up in Kansas mainly because there was a big church out here. My wife was a part of that church before we got married, and then we got married. She moved to California. She was in California with me for about a year, and I really realized she missed all her friends, or this church that she was part of. So that was the main reason that we came out here. We came out to be a part of that. And yeah, so it's been almost 3 years now. But yeah, the church life brought us to Kansas. But be honest with you, I kind of like Kansas. And here's the deal. It's there's things I'll miss about Cali, don't get me wrong, especially my friends and that you miss the people you're close to all the time. It's hard to leave people that you love, So of course I miss that. So that's always been hard, and plus it gets freezing here in the winter. So sometimes I feel trapped in the house. And I want to go do something that's way too cold, and I'm like, gosh, man, it's winter. It's crazy. But I'm just an outdoor person. So the hunting here there is no hunting in Southern California. I used to fly home to New Jersey to hunt. So I do like the fact that the hunting here is prime. And it's better than New Jersey. The bucks in Kansas, Missouri are sweet. So I love that. I love the trees. I think I'm from South Jersey, so it reminds me a lot about where I grew up. Because when we grew up in the woods, we were, we always had land, and my dad's a redneck, dude. The whole family are. They live in the woods and hunt, and that's what they do. Ride dirt bikes and stuff like that. So it reminds me a lot of home. So I like that, and I like the central part of it. If I need to go to the East Coast, it's really easy. If I need to go to the West Coast, it's really easy. And same thing, when my family are going to come see me, it's really simple for my dad to come see me. They don't have those long flights from East Coast to West Coast, so I like it. I like being central. I like the hunting. And the riding here, in my opinion, is pretty good, because I have 4 public tracks that I can ride. A lot more than what a lot of people have. 4 public tracks, all within 45 minutes of my house. And then there's some other private tracks that I can go to. So I'm digging it, to be honest with you. So we're probably going to stay here, to be honest with you. There was times where, like, should we go back to California? What should we do? Should we stay? Like, da, da, da. But I think we're staying. I think the goal is for us is to find a piece of property. Like, we live in a neighborhood near. Like I said, I grew up on land, always had land, lived in California, had a track, had land. And now I've been in a neighborhood since I got here. And it's cool. Nice little change of the scenery for a second. But I'm ready to be back on the land and ride my dirt bike and shoot deer and stuff. So I think that's the next move for us. I'm sick looking at big fights. All I see is weak hunters. He must be talking about me. All right. KS got one. It says, what do you do if you see a bear while you're hunting? I've never seen one, and I don't want to. But as long as you would probably just be still and quiet unless it came at you. If it came at you, you got to shoot it. And that's the deal. You just got to. I didn't have a gun on me, but Drayton did. Drayton had a little pistol. So when you're in, here's the deal. When you're hunting with guns, you got guns. But when you're hunting with bows, you need to have some type of small gun just in case. But I don't know. I would assume there is bear here. I haven't seen any. Hope not. All right, so let's get Jesse up here. It says, Ronnie, are you going to New Jersey for Christmas to visit a family? Actually, Big Feist is, he was going to, I can't remember where my sister just moved to, Georgia. Big Feist was going to go to Georgia, but unfortunately, my sister just tested positive for COVID. So now Big Feist can't even go down there. We switch. He was here for Thanksgiving. So, but the way we do it is if we spend Thanksgiving with my family, we spend Christmas with Mel's family, and then we switch it the next year. The next year we'll spend Thanksgiving with Mel's family, and then Christmas with mine. So we kind of rotate it. This year is Christmas with Mel's family, so we'll be in Colorado Springs. But we got to see Big Feist for Thanksgiving, which was super cool. And he was going to go to my sister's, but unfortunately, Big Sis is dealing with the COVID. Look at Feist talking crap. He said weak hunters. Did you hunt today? He didn't hunt. He's calling me weak hunters. Him and his cousin's been hurt. I guess he'd be my second cousin. He's my dad's cousin. They shot like a Big 10. They couldn't find it, so I was clowning on one of them. Told them they better learn how to shoot. No, I'm just kidding. Gary is his cousin. He shoots to Kansas. I need to link up. All right, so painting. I just happened to see that this was the question because I saw the what is. It says, what is your favorite dirt bike brand? I'm going with Husqvarna right now. Now, to be honest with you, I really do like my Huskies. Don't get me wrong, and I'm pumped that right now they're willing to give me a really good deal on bikes, really little smart parts credit, and then hook me up with bikes out in California for my school. So big shout out to Husqvarna for showing love. And I love my Husqvarna, but I rode Honda, Cowie, and Suzuki, and Husky. And I was a Honda guy forever. Grew up on Hondas. Big Feist was always a Honda guy. And rode Honda pretty much my whole amateur career. And then I switched to Suzuki. And actually, that was probably my least favorite of all the brands that I rode. It just wasn't that fast, to be honest with you. My Hondas were always good and my Cowie was good. But anyway, then I got back on Honda and rode freestyle pretty much rode Honda my whole freestyle career, and then right at the end I switched, and I think I raced, actually now that I think about it, I don't think I raced the Kawasaki at Speed and Style, did I, Feist? I think my last Speed and Style that I rode, I was still on a Honda, and then I think I switched over to Kawasaki, rode Kawasaki right at the end of freestyle, Speed and Style career, and then jumped on. By the time I got on Husqvarna, I was already done competing. The only race that I did on Husqvarna, I went and raced I think it was 2016 or 17 at Winter X Games up in Aspen. But out of those 3 bikes, because I didn't really like my Suzuki, those 3 bikes I could get on any one of those bikes and feel at home and comfortable. Because just the reason I know that is I was out in Cali, it was in June. It was in June I went out there. And I jumped on Twitch's bike. And it was the first time I rode a Honda for a while. Think about it. 2012 No, 2014 was the last year I had a Honda, and then I went to a Cowie. So I haven't rode one since then. I jumped on his bike. Within 2 laps, I felt right at home. But there's like little things that I like. Here's the thing. None of the bikes have the brakes on the Huskies are better than Honda and Cowie. The Brembo brakes by far. And if if it's not hitting the way you want, you can get any of those. You can make a little bit of adjustment and get those bikes to hit like you want. And then it's just like personal preference. One might feel a little bit thinner than the other. One might feel a hair lighter. So it's like, but I feel like all those bikes are good. So, but if I had to pick one right now, I'm picking the people that support me. Husqvarna, man. You gotta show love. Support the people that support you, and they're doing more for me right now than any other brand out there. So, pumped on them. All right, let's get Jesse back up here. It says, what do you do when you're in what do you do when you're in the off season with Kansas having snow? Do you have an indoor track that you could go for winter time so you can still ride? No, I don't have an indoor track. So that the two, it's really, here's the deal. You have 2 months here in the winter that's too cold because it's been December, and actually today was a perfect day to ride. Nowhere to go, but it was a perfect day. That's why I got to get some land, because days like today I could have been riding if I had my own spot. But it's January, February. January, February is freezing. December's like hit or miss, and then March is hit or miss. So during those 2 months, I get really antsy. This year I decided, because last year I tried to tough it out and just make it through the winter. And then in March I flew back to California last year, and I'm like, I told Mel, I'm like, I got to get out here. I got to go ride. And I took off. This year, because now that we're doing the schools, I decided I'm going to go back to California every month during the winter, January, February, March, and do a class. And that way I get to see all my buddies, do a class, and go ride. So I think that having that little bit of just sneak away out of the cold for 5 days and a chance to go ride out, I think that's gonna fulfill my little fix. But normally, just get in the gym and tough it out, and not too much you can do. The driveway off. Like seriously, I got a snowblower last year, because the first year I moved here I didn't get one, and I was the knucklehead out there shoveling my driveway 3 car wide deep, 45 minutes, when my neighbors are all out there with their snowblowers and busting out 15 minutes, and I'm out there sweating bullets, and I'm like, dude, you gotta be kidding me. So then I finally got one, and I couldn't wait for it to snow because I just wanted to use it. I'm like, oh, I can't wait till it snows. And every time I left town, it snowed, and I didn't really get to use it but like one time last year. I'm like, go figure, dude. But hey, I bought some new gloves for it this year. They're craft sick. I'm pumped. Big Feist, I told Big Feist to go buy a pair, so they're my snowblowing gloves. All right, so we got KS up in here again. So what's your favorite movie? Man, that's a good question. What is my favorite movie? Man, I was the biggest Bruce Lee fan growing up, and I probably watched every Bruce Lee movie, probably more than I've seen every other movie. Fist of Fury, Chinese Connection, Enter the Dragon, Return of the Dragon. I've probably seen them more than anything. So they were all my all-time favorite movies, were all Bruce Lee films. We never really watched that many movies, but we did see some good ones. When we do watch a movie, Mel likes, obviously, she loves all Christian stuff. She puts on The Chosen. So if you guys haven't seen that, it's not a movie, but it's a series. And they only did series 1, but it's really cool. They go through like the life of Jesus, and I'm trying to think, season 1 where it really starts. Yeah, it's not like the life of Jesus since he's really a baby. I feel like it starts a little bit later, but it's done well and really good, and it shows a lot of the stories that you read in the Bible. So anyway, we watched it, but we did I'm trying to think, like, honestly, the last time we actually watched a real movie, I feel like we went to the movies maybe like the first year we moved here, and we saw, it was called Paul the Apostle, and it was actually really good. So if you haven't seen that yet, that's a good movie. It was cool. My favorite part was it, because if you don't know the story of Paul was a Christian killer. Dude wasn't, he was like a Pharisee. He didn't like like Jesus at all. He thought Jesus was a heretic, and he thought that he was leading people away from the Jewish law. So he was he wanted to basically stop Jesus and his movement. So he was basically kill all the Christians. Any of the Jesus followers, he would go out and kill them or persecute them and try to shut them down. And then he had an encounter where Jesus appeared to him, and he was knocked off his horse, and he was radically transformed and basically became a believer. Obviously, if you see God, pretty hard not to believe, right? Jesus just shows up to you. But anyway, he became a believer, and he became like the forerunner, he's the man, dude. If you read the New Testament, you're reading majority of Paul's letters. Like, he wrote the epistles. All the epistles are written by Paul. So, the dude ended up dying for his faith. He got beheaded. But anyway, he's gnarly. And so it's kind of like runs through his life story. But the cool part at the end is when he gets beheaded for his faith. And the first people that he sees welcome him into the kingdom are all the people that he murdered, the Christians that he murdered. So I thought that was cool, because I'm like, that's pretty sweet. Like, it just, I don't know, shows the characters of how believers should be, a heart of forgiveness and merciful towards someone who persecuted and they killed him, yet they forgave him, and Paul did so much for the church that, he's an icon, he's a heavy hitter in the church. So, cool movie with a really good ending. I actually think I'll see here. You get Mayo up here. It says, do you feel about the rule where amateurs, what do you feel about the rule where amateurs can't have an action camera on their helmets? I didn't even know that was a rule. So what? So basically, amateurs, they can't have a GoPro? Is that the new rule? I didn't even know that was a rule. And that kind of, in my opinion, it kind of stinks, because you can learn a lot from studying a GoPro, watching your lines and seeing what's going on. So if that's really a rule to where amateurs can't race with a GoPro, that kind of stinks. That being a rule is because people have gotten hurt with GoPros on top of the helmet. Think about it. Even Ryan Hughes made a comment on my page, because I had a GoPro on one day, and he's like, dude, get that thing off your helmet. If you cartwheel and your helmet's supposed to slide across the ground, but you had this thing sticking on the top of your helmet, that thing can dig in the dirt, catch you, and yank your neck back. So they can be dangerous. They make these new things. Twitch has them, and Deacon's using them now. They clip on the front of your helmet, way safer. I can't remember the name of the brand that uses them or makes them, but it's a way safer option. And honestly, in my opinion, it gives you a really cool view. Instead of being filming from here, it's a little bit lower. You see your arms and stuff. But definitely safer. So maybe they made that rule just for safety. And I could see them doing that, because at the end of the day, no one wants to see people get badly injured at the amateur races. It's not good for the sport, and it's just sad. So it's probably a safety thing. All right, so let's get Scummy Brop up in here. It says, will you post old FMX videos like Dawes did? Dawes has all the good footage. That's the deal. Yeah, Dawes is sweet. And I don't have that. Like, I just, think about it. Dawes was our filmer. He filmed for me, filmed for Deegan, filmed for Twitch and Scummy. So he has all the footage. It's his footage. He can, get it and post it. So I wish I had that stuff. But yeah, I only can post what I got. Yeah, so if you guys have a little shout out for Dave Dawes, what's his YouTube page called? Is it Dawes Video, or is it just Dave Dawes? I'm not 100% sure. I know I follow him, so maybe you can find him in my people that I'm subscribed to. But go check out his videos. He's a cool dude, and subscribe to his page. He's my buddy, dude. He actually lived with me for quite a while, and he's got some. It says not a question, but awesome. Awesome. Shout out to your awesome service and fast shipping for your clothing line, RFMX all the way. Yes, sir. Well, thank you, brother. Yeah, Brian's been full supporter of all the merch. And so big shout out for Brian, brother. Yeah. If you order from me, there's most likely your order gets packed that day. It goes, I keep it moving. So some people probably order, and then 15 minutes later get an email that says your order's on the way. They're like, what? How fast is that? I'm on it, man. I'm on it. No, I like packing orders. That's my little job down there in the basement, packing orders. All right. We got Liam up here. He says, what NFL team do you like? Because You're from Jersey, where the Jets play. Then you got California with their 2 teams. And now Kansas City with the Chiefs. This is a cool question. Kind of, yeah. Here we go. So here's the deal. I never used to watch football when I lived in New Jersey, and either when I lived in Cali either. I just was busy all the time, just always going somewhere. So I never followed it. I would only go watch like Super Bowl. Obviously, people would always have Super Bowl parties, so there'd be a Super Bowl party somewhere, and I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go watch the Super Bowl. And half the time, I didn't even know who was playing. I'm like, who's playing? And then I never knew who the choose because I didn't know who was who. Like, so I would just randomly like pick. I don't know. I just be like, well, I'm gonna go with this team. But anyway, when I moved to Kansas City, obviously I was retiring from moto, so I wasn't as busy, and I watched one Kansas City Chiefs game, and I was like, man, that our quarterback's really good, huh? And I was like, man, so then I decided to watch the next one, and then I watched the next one. I became like an instant fan. Like Patrick Mahomes is so good. Not just Patrick Mahomes, the whole Kansas City Chiefs. So I'm a Chiefs fan. I became a football fan when I got to Kansas City, and I got to kind of watch. It was just fun. Like they didn't win the Super Bowl the first year we lived here. But they did really good. So we got to watch their whole journey. And then the second year we lived here, we got to watch them. Patrick got hurt that year with his kneecap and then come back and still win the Super Bowl. And I was just really pumped because you start hearing the history. That's the thing. Like, I like stories. And like I said, I wasn't a big football fan, so I didn't know all the history of who did what and da-da-da-da. So I didn't know the histories of the Chiefs and their organization. But when you start to hear it, their stories and everything, it's a really cool story, and that just made me like them that much more, and it just made me excited for their win. Like I was excited for them. 50 years since they won a Super Bowl, and for Coach Reed as well. So it's just cool. I like seeing people that have been putting in a lot of hard work, get those victories. So it's exciting for Chiefs fan. Big Feist is a Philadelphia. See, here's the deal. So if you actually because I'm from South Jersey, you would have been a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Eagles fan if you grew up in my neighborhood. So Big Feist is Eagles fans, and he says they suck. That's all. All right. It's a guy Jess up here. He says, "Did you ever? Wait. Did you or have you ridden in Oregon?" And where or what track was your favorite? Oregon. So yes, I have ridden in Oregon, but not on motocross tracks. Every time I went to Oregon was for freestyle. Been to Portland doing freestyle shows inside a few of those. Do you guys is it a dome there? I know Seattle has a little dome we did a show in, but I feel like in Portland, I almost feel like we were in a little dome there. But anyway, did freestyle shows there. I know we did the Dew Tour. The Dew Tour contest used to come to Portland. But I never did any moto there. And I know I came up there for Justin Homan, was a freestyle dude that lived up there. And I came up and just did some demos for Homan. He was one of the freestyle dudes from the Northwest. But anyway, love it up there. It's so nice and green. Sweet place. Jeez. I was just reading some of the comments. All right, here we go. Here we come, Mr. Kung Fu. Let's get Derek up here. He said, Mr. Kung Fu, he says, what do you know about track building, jumps, angles of jumps, distances, setups for sections? I could dial you in for a freestyle setup. I have a video called How to Set Up a Freestyle Ramp that gives all the dimensions, for the most part, of freestyle ramp and that type of stuff. So I'm good on that. If it came to building a supercross track, I wouldn't know all the distances, and I could prep a track with a skiddy, but I can't run the dozer well enough to build the track, but I could prep it once it's built. So I hired out people to build my little speed and style track. I had friends out on the West Coast that knew all those dimensions and stuff. So, and all that stuff's spec. All those things are the same. So they know exactly how high, how far. So I have connections. I could find that stuff out really easy with a couple phone calls. But I don't necessarily know and then for supercross. But for outdoor at the end of the day, like, I don't feel like there's no everything's different outdoor. You know, you can build whatever you want, make any section any way you want. outdoor, you have the freedom to build whatever you want, and that's fun. So if you got some skills on a tractor, it's be a lot of fun. But I personally never built any of my stuff, not even my freestyle parks. I just had them hired people, had them built, and then prepped them myself. Did the upkeep. But I actually wish I could drive a dozer really good, because it would be sweet if you had some property and you had a dozer and you could just build whatever you want whenever you wanted to, and you were good at it. You know, that would be a sweet little gift to have, because then you could change the track all the time and not have to pay, because it gets expensive. Tracks aren't cheap. You got to pay someone to build a track. So it'd be nice if you could just do it yourself. All right, so let's get Fred up here. It says, what are you going to do? Wait. Are you going to do any snow biking when you're in Colorado? So most likely no. I don't have a kit anymore. Timber Sled hooked me up with a kit, but it was for my 2016. Obviously, I sold that bike already, so got rid of the kit because I'm no use of it now. And it doesn't snow deep enough here in Kansas, or at least I haven't seen it snow deep enough to even use a snow bike kit. So I don't have one, and yeah, I probably won't even have a bike out in Colorado, which probably should bring one with the weather, and probably because I know there's a Colorado track. I know that. That's what I really should be doing. I should be bringing my dirt bike riding, because I don't know if have you guys looked at the weather. If you're in the Midwest anywhere, it's gonna be warm. It's not gonna be cold next week or this week. It's looking nice for us. So I should be doing some motoing. All right, here's Big Feist. What's he talking about? He says, going to Ohio to hunt in January. Show you weak hunters how to do it. Don't make me come out there, Feist. Big Feist has been hunting with my shotgun. Now he's going out to Ohio. He's going to go crossbow hunting out there with Gary. So, but here's the deal. I probably would go on the trip, but it's like the week before I have to leave to California for my class, and I'm going to be out there for 5 days. So at the end of the day, we got someone's got to ship the orders. I can't, you know what I mean? Like if I'm going for 2 weeks, I can't do it. Like that's the thing. Like, unless I just make Mel ship everything, and she's probably not gonna be too pumped on that. It's like, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going hunting for a week. Ship all the orders. I'm come back. I'm gonna go California for a week. Take care of those orders for me. Yeah. All right. Alabama boy. This says, what is your most beloved achievement? Most beloved achievement. Man, that's a good question. I think honestly, to be honest with you, like I think I'm just happy that I got to do what I wanted to do for a living. You know, winning medals, obviously that's always cool. Landing 360, that stuff. I mean, that's all. Trust me, that all goes with it and just like makes it that much sweeter. But at the end of the day, I think just being able to ride my dirt bike and do what I love for a living is been like, it's just been great. You know, because because of that, because of motocross, and because, I mean, it's what I loved. It never really, I mean, it is work, but I loved it so much that I enjoyed working hard at it. Like, I loved it, and I was so passionate about it. Like, I wanted to work hard at it. Like, it wasn't a day, you know, where I'd like, you know, some people don't like their job or just don't want to, you know, don't want to go to work, I guess. Like, I was pretty motivated to go learn tricks in my prime. Don't get me wrong. There was times when it got harder and you got older, and tricks got scarier, but still, it was awesome, and it took me all around the world. I got to meet people from many different countries and different backgrounds, and have friends all around the world because of that sport, and it's been amazing. So I'm just excited so I would say that's it, just doing what I loved, you know. That's one thing. If you can make a living at doing what you're passionate about, that's awesome. Vidovsky is up in the house. He says, just got the new RFMX MOTOLIFE hoodie and beanie and beanie hat in. Thank you for the quick shipment. Here's a little Christmas dono. Merry Christmas, Ronnie and Mel. So we got Vidovsky up in here with a little super chat. He said Merry Christmas. Mel's sneaking in here.
Well, because Dan Brooks said that your biggest achievement was Mel.
Mel had to come up and clarify. She's saying, all right, Dan B, you get me in trouble, brother. You get me in trouble. B-Dub, thank you always, my brother, for the super chats. And Merry Christmas to you. And I pray you're doing well and your mother's doing better, brother. And, but Hey, we gotta. Where's Danny B at? Danny B is saying that Mel was my greatest achievement, and now he's getting me in trouble, dude. Hey, I was thinking of longs of riding. It's Moto Monday, man. I'm thinking moto. I got my moto cap on. Come on. Wait, did I skip somebody's question? I'm seeing this. All right, I'm putting this up there just in case, because I don't skip people's questions on purpose. I probably didn't see it. So just make sure you do that. Throw the question marks up just in case. V-Dubski's in the house. I'm seeing everybody getting all pumped. V-Dub. Yeah, I must have missed John's question. So hopefully, John pops it back up. All right, let's get Howard. What's up, my brother? He says, hey, Ronnie and Mel, stuck at work. Life of retail. Just wanted to jump on and say hi. See you next Monday. Merry Christmas. So Merry Christmas to Howard, my brother. And yeah, man, have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week. And thanks for the super chat, my bro. And don't work too hard, man. I got my buddy Nick right here. Nick Scholl, 29 Scholl. Look at my buddy up here. It's my old floor guy. Crown molding dude. Put the crown molding in my old house. What else did you do in my house? He did the wood floor. You did the crown molding. You did our first on here. All right, we got the Johnny. We didn't miss you this time. Okay. Any advice on a recent breakup? Tough decision. 2 kids. Man, yeah, that is tough, huh? Tough decision. 2 kids. Yeah. Man, you got me stumped on this one. Yeah, because you got 2 kids. I know, man. I feel like you should have ex Mel. She's the relationship. She's good with the relationship stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I can't. I don't know, man. It's hard. It's hard to say with relationships are hard. Marriages are hard. Yeah, and having to break up with 2 kids has got to be even harder. So. Man, it's hard to say when you don't know all the details in the background. So, man, I just hope you guys can work things out for you and the kids, and because nobody likes to go through. I feel like we've all had a broken heart at some point, and it never feels good. So, much love to you, John, and we hope you can work things out, dude. Especially for the family, for sure. Skim. Oh wait. I thought I get lost sometimes. You guys are chit-chatting with each other in here. Oh. Are we still here? Can you guys still hear me? It locked up on my side. Give me a thumbs up. All right. I wasn't sure. It locked. Man. Here. Is this my way? Jeremy, is that Jeremy Wrestler? Is the hoodie for sale? Yes. RonnieFaisstMX.com. It is available. And if I skipped anybody's questions, because I just scrolled all the way back up and it's only letting me go so far. So hopefully, if I missed you guys, try to throw it back up because it locked up on my side and it missed it. So let's get Dan up here with the super chat. And Dan, you're from New Zealand, right? I feel like Dan's from New Zealand. Oh yeah, right here. Big love from New Zealand. Dan, hey guys, Dan's been on here before. That's why I knew that. It says Dan, hey guys, big love from New Zealand. Been a while since I've been on. Yeah, well, welcome back, Big D, and thanks for the super chat. And yeah, man, we're here every Monday. So, hey, here's the deal, dude. It's all good. I know everybody's got business life. You miss a couple weeks, jump back on. It's all good. We're here. We're holding it down week after week. All right. Is the militia going to come together when this country goes into civil war? They might have to, huh? The militia might have to get together, dude. When it goes down. Who knows what's going to happen, huh? Because stuff is getting out of hand. But hey, we'll be ready, though. That's for sure. Can Twitch join the stream? We're going to try to get these guys on. That's one thing I want to do. Once we get home from the holidays, things just been hectic. Obviously, it's just hectic for everybody to set up. And then trying to bring on Potter. I probably bring Taka back on just for fun. And then you guys are requesting. I got a list. You guys made a bunch of requests that one day. We were saying, who'd you like to see? But I'll do that as we go. But like, hey, who do you want to see next? And then you guys can say, hey, bring on so-and-so. I'm like, all right. Yeah, I think you guys said Seth. There's a bunch of guys. So it'll be sweet. Ontario, Canada. Which side's Ontario on now? Is that on the east coast of Canada or the west coast? But to answer your question, I've only done freestyle, and every time I've been to Canada, it's been for freestyle only. And I have been on both Vancouver side, and then I've been on the east coast side. What is on the is Montreal on the east coast side or Quebec? Because I did the Tony Hawk tour, and we did both sides. So, but anyway, I haven't done moto, only freestyle. But Canada's sick too. Canada's beautiful, man. So pretty up there. Laughing at Big Price over here. Let's see. All right, let's get Liam back up here. He says, do you think there should be more freestyle competitions like back in the day? I said already, but you probably don't see it. Oh, I think he's talking about his question. Do I think there should be more freestyle competitions like back in the day? I mean, yeah, that'd be sweet. Because at the end of the day, like it is a little bit harder now for the guys to not make a living, because the guys are still making a living, but to bring in even bigger contracts. And because at the end of the day, there's not as many events. So when there's not as many events, the people that are gonna look at what you're going to do for TV time and all that stuff, they look at that as, okay, well, there's not that many events, so we're only going to give you this. Back in the day when there's a whole lot of events, it was a lot easier to get good deals. So I know it's tougher for a lot of the guys these days to get good support. So, and it's just fun too when you're a rider and you got a good event to go to every weekend or every other weekend. There's something going on. You have that target. I'm training this week because so-and-so is in 2 weeks, and then boom, you get done that one, and then now you're on to the next one. So even for the riders to have that motivation and goal week after week or month after month, whenever it is I think it'd be. Let's get David Duke up in here. He says, do you feel like you gain more by riding the trails or hitting the track? I feel like I'm pushed by others on the track, but I love riding by myself. Merry Christmas to you. And by the way, here's yours, by the way. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas to you. And I think, like, I'm more of a moto guy than a trails guy, but I think when I go ride the trails, it benefits me as a moto guy. So I would think it would work both ways. If you were a trail guy, I still think riding the motocross track would benefit you as a trail guy. I think all riding has, it's good to mix it up. I think the trees is so good for moto because you got trees. It teaches you how to hold your line, and you know what I mean? You can't get out of your line or you're hitting trees. So I think it's good to ride that tight stuff. And it teaches you, like when I ride the woods, I don't really sit down. I stand up most of the time, get on the balls of my feet, and I stand up and I really just work the bike back and forth. I think it teaches you a lot of balance, a lot of just good bike technique, good at staying in your line. So I think it's a. Let me just read the question one more time. Do you feel like it's more a gain by riding trails or hitting the track? So which one do I think is better, the track versus the trails? Which one do you gain? I mean, I don't think I would pick one over the other. I think they're both good. I think you can learn a ton of technique out on the motocross track, and you can learn a ton of technique in the trails because they're just different. But at the end of the day, they're both riding. I think do both. Go ride both. Here's the deal. Good riders should be able to ride everything. Like, that's one thing we would notice as freestyle guys. There were some guys who only could hit the ramp. You could take that dude out on a motocross track and they could not ride the track. And the level of respect that those dudes got wasn't as high as the respect that the guys that could ride the track and ride the ramp. Same thing. There's some guys who can ride the ramps, but then you take them out in the hills and then they won't even jump any natural thing. They're kind of timid. They don't have the ability. They're just in a sense, like they're ramp riders. The guys who could go ride the hills, do tricks on the ramps, and ride the track, and ride a supercross track are the guys that got the most respect because they could ride everything. They were talented riders, and they were just respected. So I think that should be our goal as riders. Like, I don't want to just be a trail guy. I don't want to be a moto guy. I don't want to be a freestyle guy. I just want to be a dirt biker. I want to be able to ride everything. And you know, it doesn't mean you got to be lightning fast and you know, look like Dungy or, you know, you can still ride the track in full control in the right body position and look like a pro at a cruising speed, and that will give you respect versus not riding or like going out there and just not even having the ability to ride the track. You know what I'm saying? So I would shoot for just being a well-rounded rider and having skills everywhere you go. And like I said, you don't have to be the fastest dude. Just have the right technique and form, and you look like a pro. You look like you know what you're doing, and people that gets respect when people see you. You're like, oh, he knows how to ride, you know. But if you're all gooned out all the time, then people are kind of like, he looks sketchy. They're laughing at you. Like, this dude looked like he's about to go down. Did I ever ride wheelers? Three-wheelers? Four-wheelers? I would say yes. I'm thinking that's what wheelers are. And I did. I rode three-wheelers. I never really was a quad guy, but I was a three-wheeler guy, and then I advanced to... have you ever... All right, so Jess Hunt, I answered that track about Oregon, right? I got this one, right? I feel like I did answer that. Believe I got that. Fan of motorsports. Curious what series outside of what you've already done. Wait. Curious what series outside of what you've already done. Would you love to do and think you would be competitive in? All right, so basically he's saying outside of moto, what would I love to do and be competitive in? I'm trying to think because I tried other stuff, and as far as like I suck on a skateboard, so that ain't happening. We ain't skateboarding nothing. Those things are sketchy. But I actually can surf halfway decent, and I probably if we're going actually. I can ride a BMX bike better than I can surf. So I would have to say if I was going to do something else, it would either have to be BMX dirt. That would probably be the one I'd probably be the best in, similar to dirt bikes. BMX dirt would be my top choice. But if you just want to get away from just saying, hey, let's just forget about, you know, BMX and like bicycles and dirt bikes, I think my next thing, I'm an okay surfer. I can surf halfway decent. I'm not a shredder, but I can surf and I enjoy it. I just trip out on the sharks all the time. That's my only thing I hate about surfing is them stupid sharks. And I think that'd be a fun, cool sport because you get to travel around to the most beautiful places and be on the beach. I always thought, man, like probably a bird by BMX. These days, I'll go surf. But like we go away on vacation in Hawaii, I'm out there hitting it. My honeymoon, I was out there hitting it. Mel was chilling. Big Daddy was surfing it up. It was fun too. Making friends. I go make friends with the dudes that rent all the boards, so they hook me up with the free rental. Go down there and chit chat with them, and then they're like, "I'll just go take one, dude." I'm like, "All right, sweet." Go surf for a couple hours and come in. I said, all right, let's get motocross, supercross. It says, they ever ride with Rick Heddle back in the day? He has his own YT2 Huddletown Enduro. I don't know if I've ever met him. Rick Heddle. Is he from Jersey? I'm not 100% sure. Has his own. Yeah, I don't know if his own YouTube too. Huddletown Enduro. Okay, that's what that was. I didn't know what the YT was. All right, so I don't know if I know Rick Heddle. He's probably obviously he's an enduro dude. Huddletown Enduro. I don't recognize the name, but I might have. If he's from Jersey, I did ride with some enduro dudes. Oh man, I didn't get to all you guys' questions. All right, let me try to get a couple more quick ones, and then we'll wrap it up because I want to keep you guys. All right, let me see. Free rides in Oregon. I never did any free rides in Oregon. I remember this from now. Do you still have the crazy Japanese samurai get up? So I had this thing I bought in Japan. Actually, I gave it to Rob. You remember Robbie Richards? I gave it to him. He has it. So it's at his house. I had this full samurai warrior suit, helmet, chest plate, the whole deal, dude. You could put it on like a Halloween costume if you want to. Got it in Japan. All right. Tips staying warm when riding in the cold. Yes. Because I did do Winter X, and I did, I trained for Winter X leading up to Winter X for snow bikes, and I trained in, what was that state? Minnesota. Anybody been to Minnesota in the winter? Negative 22, freezing. But here's the deal. Under Armour. I don't like, Under Armour is how I'll ride with just a jersey over top. If it's super freezing cold, like Winter X style and like Minnesota, they make snow bike jackets, which are pretty much like a snowboard jacket. You can ride in those. They're not my favorite to ride in, but you can, and they're not super uncomfortable. But this is what I learned from doing the snow bike. And I learned this from Enduro guys. You guys, Enduro guys probably know this because I didn't know this one. They put rubber, like a rubber glove, like a doctor's glove, and then they slide their moto glove over it. So you don't, instead of riding in winter gloves and you have these big bulky hands that you can't feel your clutch and brake with, and it just feels awkward, put on the rubber glove and then slide your normal moto glove of it, and you can't even tell. It feels like you're riding your normal moto glove, but that little rubber layer keeps your fingers from going numb. And the Enduro guys and the winter or the snow bike guys, that was their. All right, so let's get Richard up here. We got Richard. Any hobbies, other stuff you like to do other than MX? Do I believe in Bigfoot? I don't know if I believe in Bigfoot. Maybe, I don't know. He could be out there. I like hunting. I like outdoor stuff. I like hunting. I like fishing. I mean, I like snowboarding. I like surfing. Mountain biking, road biking. I like a lot of stuff. So I don't do everything a whole ton. I kind of dabble on everything a little bit. Like I can go hunt as much as I can. Like I said, every year in this time of the year, I try to get out as much as I can. And then if I go snowboarding one time during Winter X, that's my little fix for the year. That's good. And then same thing, we go on a vacation or somewhere to surf. I'll go surfing. It's my little fix for the year. But most of the time, I'm just a moto dude. And same thing, I like riding my road bike. All right. But I want to just keep going. I'll go all night. Here's the deal. Hey, if I didn't get to your question, it's just because I'm already 5 minutes late and I don't want to keep you guys here all night. Post it up on the comments and I'll try to answer it this week. If not, come back and hang out next week. We'll be here 7 p.m. Thank all you guys for hanging out week after week. Thank all you guys supporting the merch. And hey, have a Merry Christmas. It's the week before Christmas, so enjoy your time with your family. Have a Merry Christmas. Be safe. And I'll see you guys before the new year, I believe. There'll be one more before 2021. So, stay blessed. Have fun.
Adam gave a $50 super chat.
Mel's scroll down. Got this up there. Hey, Adam said, what up, sorry, late. Heads up, Christmas. Hey, so we're just getting Adam up here at little Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas, Adam. Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, man, much love for B-Dub and his mom. And like I said, hey, Merry Christmas to all you guys, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining. God bless you guys. Be safe out there. Peace out.